The first episode, I was watching, and I was interested. I'm still interested. That I don't want to phrase it in a way that seems like I'm not interested. I'm very interested. I'm giving everybody on the show um a fair shot of being themselves and not trying to compare them to the season prior, because I feel like they deserve that, or some of them deserve that. We could talk about it right off the bat so that we don't have to talk about it further. But Yulissa was yanked from the show. I think everybody has seen that by now, as she should be. She I mean, she had to be yanked. They said at the very beginning of the second episode, like, Yulissa has left the island. Apparently the cast members or the people in the villa probably do not know what happened. We all know what happened. There were videos that resurfaced of Yulissa on a podcast using racial slur. So everyone was like, get this woman off the show right now. And they made it happen, because I think, producers, Ariana, they all have their phones. Like, they could see what people are talking about. And people were like, we need this woman off the show. And they yanked her.
Yeah, that had to have been done for sure. I think, like, she's in the first episode. I think everyone was like, oh boy, we all saw what happens on social. These cast members get announced, and literally every single thing that they've ever done in their life ends up on TikTok. And this went crazy viral. Obviously, the producers saw it, and it was like, this is not happening. She did put out a statement apologizing and doing the whole song and dance after she got her phone back and everything. But yeah, it is crazy to me still that, like, these contestants go through this vetting process to be put on the show, and it's just like the internet can find these things in 2 seconds, and casting somehow doesn't. I don't know how that works, but unfortunately that's how it goes. Something like this is so serious, and, like, yes, that's when you're glad something like that resurfaces, because it's like, okay, it's early on, we can pull her right out, it's done. But already it's such a different experience watching. It's such a different experience watching US than UK, I think. And maybe it's just because we're on different sides of the internet. Like, I'm necessarily on, like, UK Love Island, where I see some things, and I know that they actually also just had something with the contestant being pulled from this season as well. The new season of UK starts, I think, this week, actually. So, but it is just crazy, because there are videos, they want to make videos of every single detail. If you even had a conversation with one of these contestants, you're making a video talking about it. I know this person, my friend knows this person, my friend dated this person for 2 seconds. Like, everyone's trying to expose everyone, which is such a crazy thing to do for, like, a reality TV show, where it's like immediately everyone wants these people's, like, lives almost ruined. It's like, let me find the worst thing we can find about these people and then talk about it. And it really does, like, take away from a lot of the fun that comes with watching a show like Love Island that's really not supposed to be that serious. And I think, like, already I've been seeing it online, so I'm hoping that it doesn't feel that way for the whole season, because it did feel like that way towards the end of season 6, and it was, like, a lot. So I'm hoping everyone can really, like, enjoy what Love Island is. It's supposed to be fun. Like, I love the mindset of some of the contestants that, Ace, Shelly, some of these people that are like, hey, it's early, let's have fun, let's talk, let's meet people. Like, that's the way that they should be on the show. I guess we should give a spoiler warning. We are talking about, we are up to date. We have watched Sunday night's episode. So if you are not caught up, I would certainly caution you, be careful listening while we're talking about the episodes.
I'm not caught up, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I've only watched the first 3.
Sorry to hear that. But it's just like seeing the way Ace and Shelly, and they're talking to a lot of different people, but they also have a connection themselves that you're like, but I like that they're exploring compared to what Huda and Jeremiah have been in. That's already super annoying to watch, to be completely honest.
Oh my God. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we could start off talking about everything. So, kind of like where everyone's at right now, I guess we can kind of get into that. I agree with you about Ace and Shelly. I love the two of them. Like, people are like, Ace player. Like, I don't care, okay? Because Ace is doing what they should be doing in these first fucking 5 days of the show. And Ariana even said that on After Sun. I love that Ariana knows everything that goes on online and then there's like jumps back in. Like and I could just tell when she's talking to the Islanders, I feel like I just love it so much. I love Ariana. But Ace is doing what they should be doing, which is like, and Shelly is too. She's not mad that Ace coupled up with somebody else because I sort of feel this watching, but I think if Ace and Shelly get together too soon, that it will be explosive. I think if it's a slow burn where they have something with each other, but they're feeling other people out, then they can come together after that. That's what I'm rooting for because those two are endgame to me, but they can't be endgame just yet because it's too early. Like they need to kind of like play the field so that they can realize they want to be with each other. One thing I'm not on board with though is Shelly being with Austin. Like have Shelly be with anybody else. Austin, when this man speaks, I get angry. I can't listen to this man speak. I want him away from Shelly. Like it's not a match. It is not a match.
I agree. I don't see it at all. I don't know what's that. They're all the girls are like, he's so funny, he's so sweet, he's so goofy. I'm like, I'm fucking losing brain cells listening to him
Same.
talk.
I do not see it. I do not see it.
Fine. But yeah, that one was really interesting. I do think that you have to be able to handle the guy you like potentially talking to some other people, like the way Huda reacted to those bombshells coming in. Obviously, I think she corrected her behavior later. She was like, oh, I overreacted. Like, I know it. But it's just like, oh my God, it was way too much. It was way too much. And I don't blame her. I know what she said of saying, I just told Jeremiah that I'm a mom and she's very sensitive to that and wanting to see how Jeremiah reacts to that. I'm sure she had a lot of nerves with doing that. So having the bombshells come right in after, I'm sure, her head was all over the place, freaking out about it. But Jeremiah seems so insanely locked in that it's like, it's making me question how genuine he is because I'm like, there's no way you're this locked in. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just don't fully believe that from a guy. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. And even the other guys, I think, are like, dude, what are you doing? Like, it's crazy. Like, Ace cheering for Jeremiah during that challenge. I was like, yes, cheer for him. And then he like literally looked like that girl was trying to kiss him. She was jumping on him and he was like hands in the air trying to not touch her.
No, I literally was like, this is so fucking lame. Like, seriously, give it a rest. It's been 3 days at that point, and they are driving me nuts. The way that Huda, like, speaks for Jeremiah, being like, oh, he's just nervous, or this. I'm like, you only met this man 3 days ago. Nobody's calling you mom and dad. You're calling yourself mom and dad because you're a mom, and you're telling everybody you're a mom as if you're the first mom on earth. Like, she is acting like nobody else on earth is a mom. The way that she's talking, it's like, okay, we get it. You are a mom who came onto this show. And I think that's totally fine. I see people having opinion about that, like her leaving her kid. Like, we've seen it on The Bachelor before. Like, this isn't anything shocking or new to us. Like, it happens, whatever. She's also allowed to go and find love and explore even while being a mom. That's fine. But the way that she sat them down and told Sierra that she's a mom, and Sierra goes, amazing.
Yeah.
And like, moved on.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, okay. Like, I feel like she thinks because she's a mom, that means if she's coupled up with someone, that person cannot be able to explore any other options because she's a mom.
Right.
And it's not making any sense to me. It's like, Casa Amor is going to happen. And this man is going to crack.
Yeah.
And we're going to see an explosion like we've never seen before. Because I know he's trying to hold on tight for that 100K. I know it. You can see it in his eyes. While Hood is saying to him, like, after the challenge about, kissing Amaya and all that. And you could see it on his face. You could see it. He's like, how much can I hold on to this 100K? Like, it's way too much, way too soon. And Ariana spoke about it on After Sun. She was like, I want people to be like Ace. Like, whatever, because you're playing the field at first. Like, this is day 3, day 4 we're talking about. And you guys are weirding me out. Nobody's calling you mom and dad. Nobody's doing that. I want to hear names. If people are calling you mom and dad, I want names.
We haven't heard it.
And you can tell, like Shelly's like trying to like support Huda, like when she's talking to her. But you can tell she's clocking it. She's like,
For sure.
this
Her
is
and
kind of
Olandria,
weird.
her and Olandria both. I think they like
Yeah.
almost have been talking to her with kid gloves. It's like, okay, I know you're upset, but let me just like bring a little realness to this situation right now.
And immediately she's like,
Yeah.
I don't like that bitch. I don't like that bitch.
I know.
Amaya seems like a sweetheart so far.
Seriously.
Like, I don't think she's coming in doing what
Talk
they're
about
supposed
bubbly
to do, which is,
personality.
yeah, explore connections. And that's what they're supposed to do as bombshells, is come in and explore. And it's like, it's weird behavior. I
Yeah.
really don't like it.
I like Amaya.
Also-
I like Amaya. I think she's very sweet. I will say this may come off as harsh. But listening to her and Austin have a conversation, my ears were bleeding. So that's all I have to say about that. But
No.
I think she's a lovely girl. I think she's
Same.
a lovely girl.
Julie from Comments by Celeb sent such a funny tweet last night where it was like just the volume down button. Like
Yeah.
as soon as they were talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I mean Austin is like, seriously, I really have to stop myself from fast forwarding every time Austin's on the screen. I'm
Yeah.
like, get this man off the screen. Amaya seems sweet. I agree.
Yeah.
Hannah and Charlie already like locked in. I guess
I know that moved
happened
fast too. There was another person. It is funny, like, because the Love Island TikTok scene can be so great and so crazy at the same time. Like, there's so many amazing creators that make such funny recaps and such funny videos. And I saw one girl, and she said two different videos. Like, one was like, if you have not watched UK, like, don't talk to me about US because you don't understand how this show works, which I thought was very funny. And then another one where she was like, I'm not ready to trust any of these guys yet because let me tell you what they haven't done. They haven't sent a blonde bombshell in. And we need to see how these men act when a blonde bombshell comes into
I saw that
comes
one
into
too.
the villa.
I saw that.
And I was cracking up, and that's what they did. They sent in Hannah. Charlie was all over that quickly, which also makes sense because he really didn't have a connection with anybody in the villa. And then the biggest thing was this triangle with Nick and Sierra and Bella. And, I really respect these two ladies because I think that they handled that so well. They both clearly liked Nick, but they both were nice and respectful to each other. And they were like, yeah, obviously it'd be nice for Nick to make a decision. But they were trying their damnedest. They were making sure that they were getting their kisses in. Bella decided to go fucking balls to the wall in the challenge for the first time ever, kissing everybody. She's like, you know what? I'm doing it. Turning the heat up, trying to get her man. She did continue to speak in TikTok slang for the entirety of her time. And it really, there's one moment where she goes, the tea's just getting hotter and hotter. And I was like, it just, oh my, she cracks me up. She really cracks me up. I really like just the constant like changing of the voice depending on who she was talking to. But really, she did seem like she had a good heart. I felt that from her. I really did. And I do think Sierra and Nick have the better connection though.
I'm in agreement. Bella was a bit annoying for me, although did seem like she had a great heart and very sweet, and her heart was in the right place and all those things.
My coochie on lock.
Right. Like, it was funny, but at the same time, I was like getting annoyed.
Yeah.
I do like Sierra a lot. I do too. I was okay with the sending home of Bella. I think it's a quick, we got her, but by next week, we will not be missing her. I see so many people so upset that she's gone. And I'm like, we have so much time left. It feels like you guys never watched the fucking show before. That's how it feels. But I like Sierra a lot. And I feel like her and Bella were both very classy about the situation, and they both supported each other, and they got to know each other, and they were very nice about it, unlike Huda with Amaya. Like, it was just like, it kind of feels like Huda is doing this thing where she's like, all right, we're all sisters, right? Like, no one's going to go for Jeremiah because we're all sisters, right? Like, trying to like kind of manipulate everybody into being like, we're all best friends, and none of you are going to go after my man, correct?
It did seem like she, it was like a genuine reaction first of her being like, she's not a nice girl. I can just tell. I can sense it. She's just not a nice girl. And then like realizing, 10 hours later that she was overreacting and like trying to backtrack. Oh, I was overreacting. It's like, no, that was your genuine, like real reaction to a girl that you don't know at all. And who really seems like she would not hurt a fly, So
right.
and
it was weird. She was just like, she's not nice. I'm like,
yeah.
You don't know this
You don't know
girl
her at all.
at all. You haven't even had one conversation with her to say she's not a nice girl.
Yeah.
Because you expect her after 3 days to not go for Jeremiah. Like, this is bizarre behavior. It's very bizarre.
I'm hoping that they two just lock
Alandria.
in. Yeah, I hope that those two just lock in so much that we don't even have to worry about them. You know how like some couples they're like, no, we're closed off, like whatever, and there's no drama with them at all. Then they don't get that much airtime because there's no drama with them. I'm like, okay, that can be you too.
No, we're gonna see the drama. We're gonna see Huda freak out over every person who comes into the villa, even though Jeremiah is gonna fake it the whole time, and then they're gonna explode in Casa Amor.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Alandria and Taylor.
You're right. I love her as well.
I love Alandria. She's so fucking funny. Like, genuinely cackling out loud of some of the things that she has said so far. And while we're on the topic of Alandria and Huda, Alandria was 100% in the right about what happened between Huda and Alandria when all the guys stood up besides Jeremiah to say that they were interested in the bombshell. And Huda was like, you guys need some real men, like, da-da-da. And Alandria was like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, we're not upset. And, like, Alandria was 100% right. Because she was like, listen, we're going to go talk about it with the girls after this and we can all chat about it. But in this very moment, like, don't speak for us just because you think you're better than us because your guy didn't stand up after day 2. Like, no, like Huda thinks she's better than everybody right now because Jeremiah didn't stand up. That's how it felt. And then, and then Huda immediately bursting into these tears about what Alandria said. Alandria barely said anything. Alandria was like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not upset.
Yeah.
Like, Alandria was just trying to, in front of the guys, be like, cool it. Like, we don't want the guys to know we're upset or we feel some type of way about this. Talk about it after. Like, the way that Huda reacted was like speaking for them when none of them said that they were upset yet. It was bizarre.
Yeah, I'm liking the slow burn that Alandria and Taylor have going right now. I hope that maybe does turn into something, or maybe another guy comes in, or we'll see what happens. But I was not mad that Ace didn't pick Shelly in the recoupling, because I do feel like we're not maybe ready for that yet, of them to like fully go into being a couple. I think they're still trying to feel out other relationships. Solely from the fact that it would have kept her from Austin, I would have been down for it, because I'm like, why is Austin the only other option? Like, if there was another option, I'd be, oh my God, I'd be so much happier. But Shelly is, oh God, she's way too good for him. And
way too good.
And it was weird because I was like, oh, it felt like Ace and Amaya had like one conversation together, but I don't know if he's like nervous to pick Shelly or like what that means and everything, because they have that very like flirtatious thing right now. But I almost think it was not a tactic, but I think that they are playing such a cat and mouse game right now that probably Ace was like, ooh, it's like we're still playing with each other. Like we can't be getting in bed with each other. Yeah, we got to see how this goes. So I'm hoping that changes, because I need, or another guy comes in for Shelly, because no more of that pairing, please.
No, we need Shelly away from Austin, so we need another guy in to swoop in just to entertain her until her and Ace are ready to be together.
Yes.
But the entertainer cannot be Austin. Like, Shelly is way too good for that man, and she will realize it very soon. But we need someone else to come in and play that little, because I know Ace and Shelly are going to, like, the tension and the chemistry, we can feel it coming through the screen. Like, we know that these two want each other. As for Alandria and Taylor, it is a slow burn. I'm hoping to see a bit more chemistry between the two of them, because right now I'm not seeing the chemistry. But Alandria said that she is a slow burner on the outside, so maybe that's sort of what we're getting here.
Yeah.
I'm loving the friendship with all the guys right now, specifically between Ace, Taylor, and even Nick, like jumping across the bed during that scene. Like, I am loving the friendship. It's reminding me of sort of OG Love Island UK days of when the guys, would all become friends like that. And even last season, I mean, I guess it just we saw it with Rob and Aaron, but it wasn't like one that we were excited about because they were just rooting each other on to do stupid things.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys are like jumping up and down, so giddy and happy and like joking around with each other. Very, very funny. I'm like, I really hope, because I know right now Ace is playing the field. I hope that if when the time comes though, he does sort of like settle, because I love that man. And if he does something where like it turns into like we can't root for him anymore, I'm gonna be really upset because
I agree.
Because I love him.
I agree. He just has such great energy, such great vibe. You know,
really
like
does.
he really does. He's really entertaining. Seems really sweet. But
He's
yeah,
just like cool.
Yeah, he's young though too, you know, and like the whole like never been in love and the whole like I'm like, oh boy, he could pull some stupid.
That makes me nervous.
He could pull
I'm like,
some
he's gonna do something stupid
shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you never know. But no, I'm very intrigued to see what goes on the rest of this week. It looks like Olandria spills the beans that Nick was also making out with Bella and Soul Ties before she left, and Sierra didn't know that. I understand being upset about that, and I don't know if it's just like the preview to like amp up drama to watch, but it's like, Sarah, you were doing the same thing. Like you were pulling him to the photo booth and kissing him in the photo booth. You know, it's not crazy to think that Bella would have been pulling him and trying to kiss him too. Unless Nick was like saying to Sierra, you know, oh, I'm not kissing her, or like whatever. I don't know what Nick has said. And it's different because Nick and Sierra are sleeping in the bed together. So it's like at night they're all cuddly and like that whole thing. But I wonder if that's like going to actually cause a problem for them. But, you know, R.I.P. Bella. Gone too soon, girl.
Oh my God.
Gone too soon.
No, I mean, I think the thing is though,
this.
like Sierra has to realize. I think Sierra has to realize, even after kissing Bella and Soul Ties, he did pick her. So you kind of have to be like, all right, it happened, but
exactly.
He did pick me after that.
For sure.
So I'm locked in. I'm enjoying it.
It's all I've been watching.
Same. I know people are going to be like comparing it, whatever, but we got to give it its fair shot, and I'm enjoying it. So far. So
same.
Yeah, we will continue talking about it, and I hope that recap was good enough. We may have left some things out, but we are ready to lock in for the rest of the season.